Welcome to week 26, day number 1. We have made it. This is halfway. This is 6 months. We have 52 weeks in a year. So this is week 26. And we have been talking about what I am doing to get retirement income. And we talk about all of my retirement strategies. And so as a retiree, you have to think like an investor. You have to think like a shark, like in the Shark Tank. And you just kind of take your dollars and see them as little soldiers that can go and capture more dollars and bring them back to you. That is what we're going to be talking about today. Retirement income strategies, where we send out our little dollars, they capture more, they bring them back, and then send them back out again. They capture more, bring them back, and repeat that over and over and over and over. Now, how and where do we put the money to go and capture more? Well, we cannot put it into the stock market. A lot of you are going to click out. It doesn't matter to me if you click out or not. I am talking about my own retirement strategies that I am sharing with you. So just kind of see what I'm doing. And if you like it, go ahead and do it because it's worked out for me. In the past week, I talked a lot about the 3 types of income: portfolio income, passive income, the most important of all 3, and earned income, the earned income that most people have today, because you get it from a job or from your self-employment. If you have a business, most people have a business and they say, oh, I'm a business owner. They just work in that business, right? The business doesn't work by itself. So you kind of have to be a B&I, business owner, investor, big business, big investor type mindset to be able to put things to work on your behalf. When we do that, we can deploy a lot more dollars. I think the Shark Tank, the sharks don't work in the businesses that they buy into. They just put their money in, and the business goes and capture dollars, brings them back. That's all it is. So the easiest way to do that, I mean, I'm talking about private equity when I say that, but the easiest way to learn that system is to do it in real estate, right? And so that's what I do. I've been doing that in real estate. I send out my little dollars and they capture more dollars and they bring them back. How do I do that? And that is pretty much when I do those 2 activities, I am doing portfolio income and passive income, right? Passive income is typically long-term in a fixed business, fixed investment, right? So typically, I'm not saying that's the rules, and I'm not an accountant or anything like that. By the way, give me a like and subscribe, and you know what to do. Contact me below to do it together. I don't just want to offer you information, but the way that I've done that in real estate primarily, but then I moved into private equity, some things in private equity, simply because I stumbled upon commercial real estate and I started doing commercial deals and stuff. Commercial real estate deals. So, but primarily what I do is I put my money into all 3 types of income when it comes to real estate. So, but the one I love the most for newbies, if you're starting out, is find somebody who is an expert, experienced real estate operator right now in whatever American city you have. I mean, this happens globally too, but I've never done this globally in other countries outside of the United States. I only have experience in the United States, but right now, down the street somewhere within a 5-mile radius, I guarantee you that you will find a operator that buys and flips houses, or buys and wholesales houses, which buys them cheap then sells that to a flipper or even a hedge fund, right? Or sells them to a company like Open Door, which is a hedge fund, right? And then they fix it, put it on the market, and everybody goes on their merry way. If you were to park your money with an operator, which is what I've done, and even though I know how to flip houses, I know how to wholesale houses and all that kind of stuff, but there's a lot of work involved in that, you know? So typically wholesalers and flippers need, say, earnest money deposits. When you send out a contract on a piece of real estate, you need to put down some money so people can take you seriously. A lot of wholesalers, a lot of flippers put down $100 earnest money deposit. Most people should put down about $1,000, depending on the deal, right? Or $500, or some small amount just to make the deal go live. Typically, what happens, that contract gets sent to escrow. So you open escrow, title company, real estate attorney, or whatever is in your state. But you open escrow, and so you need a contract, signed by both parties, seller and buyer, as the wholesalers typically are the buyers or the flippers are the buyers, right? And what happens is that they submit a contract, an executed contract, and they submit an earnest money deposit, EMD, to the title company or the real estate attorney to open escrow. Then they go and they research title. The title company does that so they can issue a title insurance. Then they make sure that they close the transaction and everybody gets paid. Now, if somebody says, let's say $500, okay, $500 for EMDs, I want you to partner with an experienced operator, because what happens is they do 1 or 2 deals like this per week. And so sometimes it takes 30 days to close a deal or something. And so if they're doing like volume of deals, right? So, and if they're doing $500 a pop, then guess what? They're going to need, like 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. And if those earnest money deposits are, let's say $1,000, then now they need a significant amount of money so they can go and close the deals. Typically, they will have this money, but what you're trying to do is you're trying to say, hey, can I give you some money so that you can lock up and do your contract, right? Execute your contract, earnest money deposit. Do you need a loan on that? Will you take my money and give me a return on it? I used to do that a lot. Okay, so, and they'll give you a really handsome return. So you put down $500 and they'll probably give you, like, I don't know, at least 10% bare minimum. So you just made $50,000. I mean, $50, not 50,000, but $50 for doing absolutely zero. So think if you had, now you reverse the roles and you had 10 of such borrowers, right? Now you'd make $500, for one transaction, from each of your operators. Now you do 10 times 10. Now you make $5,000 quite easily. Now, this is not for everybody. You have to understand some things, but it is quite easy. And it does take your time to kind of see, how to manage that. So if you're going to get into real estate, I think the easiest way to do it is just to try it out. Another thing, instead of letting these operators borrow your money, what you could do is you let the county borrow your money, right? You park your money at the county and you pay people's property taxes. Ooh, boy, if you do that, the county, there's no higher lien. If you are behind on your taxes, okay, and the county is forced to pay them for you, which they really don't, but they go to a live auction and investors can come in and pay people's property taxes. Then they give you get up to 40% on your money. Think about that. So if you have $1 million, I'm sure you do, or at some point you will have $1 million, you can pretty much preserve your capital with tax liens. That's it. That's all you do. That's a business. You hire an assistant to help you kind of manage some things. Most of the bookkeeping is going to be done by the county. And what happens is that you are preserving your capital and you don't have to hire expensive bookkeeping, anything. And you're making a return on your money. And most important of all, the tax lien is the highest lien a property can have. So a mortgage cannot get rid of a tax lien. So if the property is going to be foreclosed because that owner owes the mortgage company, guess what? The tax lien gets paid first. If there's a mechanic's lien because the homeowner didn't pay a contractor, a roofer, or whatever, you get paid first. Hands down, you get paid first. Before that roofer ever gets paid, you have a higher priority in the chain of people who need to be paid or parties that need to be paid. The tax lien is senior to any other lien. And that makes you think, is it senior to IRS taxes? Because I've always heard that the federal government is over the states and the states over the counties. Is it senior to that? Yeah, it is. If there's some taxes, federal taxes that are owed by the owner of a property, the tax lien, the county tax lien, gets paid first. I slowed down there because I want you to really think about it, because there's nothing that is senior to a tax lien. They're senior to everything. That's a terminology that is used a lot in this industry in real estate. So that's what you can do. Put your money, send your little soldiers, pay for people's property taxes, and watch your money grow, like I said, up to 40%. And the county will just send you your money back. Like, here's the first year, these many taxes came back or whatever. And that's all you've got to do. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything else. You just buy them. The only thing I'm going to give you here, the only thing that you need to make sure of is that it's improved real estate. That's it. Improved real estate, meaning somebody has to have a use for it. They need to have a need and a want to pay the property taxes, right? So do that. That's the second strategy. And the third strategy is, just like I said, going back to actually working some real estate deals. And that is, if you don't want to do any of that, you just want to be passive, which is what I recommend, then do things that are similar to annuities, similar to all these different instruments that you get sold by all the brokers. By the way, I'm not a broker. I'm just telling you what I've done. This is what I've done. I've invested in tax liens, tax deeds. I put my money as earnest money deposits. I actually have put my money with other people in other people's deals because they needed a down payment, because they're getting seller finance, which is the last thing that I wanted to talk to you about. If you put, let's say, $50,000 as a down payment, and then the seller of the property carries the remainder, the remaining 90% of what they want or owe for that property, 50%. If we structure a deal, which is a creative finance, that's the secret of this video. Creative financing allows you to spread your money even farther. So creative financing doesn't go and produce a product creative financing allows your money to access that product, to access that equity, okay, in somebody's property. Not only past equity, so in the past 30 years, let's say they built up some equity on a property, but it allows you to take advantage of future equity. So previous equity, future equity. You put your 50 grand in the middle, you do the transaction, you buy the property. Now you're taking advantage of future equity and maybe some previous equity. So if you do a zero down structure, okay, and you intend to keep the property, I'm not talking about flipping, I'm not talking about wholesaling, because that is based on previous equity. How much equity do they have today, right, on that property? And most sellers will want to take, if they're going to sell, they want to take all of their equity, and it doesn't leave you any room to make any money. But if you think in terms of future equity, you buy a property with the intention of building equity and taking advantage of the future equity for the next 30 years, then guess what? The seller gets all the previous equity, right? And you get all the future equity, but you use the same property to create wealth, right? And you can access that property if we structure it correctly and we say, hey, look, I'm going to pay you all your previous equity, right? But allow me to make payments on that previous equity so I can get you cashed out within a year, within 5 years, right? That's what I like to you, between 1 and 5 years, right? And then at that point, structure in such a way that it's beneficial to that seller to allow me to, make payments to purchase a property. That is a secret that no financial advisor out there teaches anybody. Guaranteed. Why? Because they don't do that. Everybody, even if you wanted to do real estate, which is what I do, right? Most people are going to tell you, oh, the property is worth, this much is fair market value. Well, who cares? I don't really care. If you look at a bank will give you a loan on a property, not based on what it's worth. I mean, they will say that, but they know that you're going to pay it into the future, right? They want you to build that equity so you have more skin in the game. They want to give you a 30-year mortgage because they know, what do they know? That if they give you $100,000 today for a property worth $100,000, which today's prices are like 4 or 5 times that, excuse me, they know that in 30 years, that property is going to be worth closer to $260,000, almost tripling, okay, what they lent you. That's what you're going to have to pay the bank back, right? That's why they do it, because they take advantage of future equity. So as an investor, you got to think that way. Most real estate investors out there are flippers and wholesalers, okay? So they think of previous equity or equity today or price today. So they speculate on the market where it's going to go. We don't do that. What we do is we don't even speculate at all. We say, you know what? I know that if this property is sound enough to keep renters in, cash flow is an afterthought, right? It's the first thing that we look for, but it's not the biggest thing we look for. What we look for is, which by the way, that's the name of my channel, Cash Flow First, not cash flow only, right? So cash flow first means is the first thing that I look at. The second thing I look at is how much equity am I going to have over the next 30 years? And so I buy the property, right? And I put a tenant in it, and I know I'll develop equity. And if the seller gives me seller financing, then that's better than asking the bank. So I guarantee you've never heard of that. And if you have, let me know below. But we call it zero, the power of zero. I learned it from a guy named he's an attorney, McClatchy. So it works out because we take advantage of the equity into the future, into the next 20, 30 years. However, most of the deals I want to pay off the seller within 5 years. Or if not, then I'll invite a money partner to come in and we do the deal, and the money partner gets at least 10% on their money, and they will have all their money within 5 years. So if the seller doesn't allow me to pay, doesn't want to keep that debt on the property for 5 years, then I'll bring a money friend that is willing to get paid 10% for sure passive income on their property, and that's what I do. And so now there's only two components to that. There's the guy that brings the deal, and then there's the guy that brings the financing, right? So I've been both. I can bring deals or I can bring financing. So in whichever way you want to do that, let me know. We can partner together. So now we're going to go into the second portion of this. The training portion of this live training is done. What I'm going to do is, now that I showed you, I told you what you should do, I'm not going to be like these coaches and these people, these videos all over YouTube that they tell you, and you never know if they actually do what they say they're doing, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. We're going to call potential sellers and we're going to say, hey, I want to buy your property. Will you give me seller financing? If we do that, man, everything opens up, and I get those deals all the time. So I want to show you here what we do, because it is not easy. I will never say it's easy. It is a pain in the neck. I am telling you that right now. But it is so worth it. Sometimes I go weeks, I go days, an entire week without getting a deal. And I spend, I call a minimum of 5 hours a day, probably 5-6 hours a day. Okay. And here's the thing. Sometimes it feels like I just wasted 5 hours, 6 hours, 7, 8, 10, 12 hours without getting a deal. But then lo and behold, I get a deal. And guess what? It's a property that I'm going to add to my portfolio to retire on. That's going to create more income. And it's a creative retirement income strategy, right? Because it's going to pay me for 30 years. And now if the Lord takes me home, I can leave that to my children and they'll make that income, right? But hopefully I'll stick around, and I don't have to worry about dying anytime soon. Then it's income for me. I did the work once. It took me 20 hours to get that property. But guess what? If I bought it for 100,000 and in 30 years, it's going to be worth 260,000. That is just the equity in it, right? That is just the equity. That's is nothing of the cash flow that I generated from that property in the last 30 years. So that's what I've been doing for actually 15 years more consistently, 10 years even more consistently. And so I want to show you what I do. So hopefully it helps you. I am not a coach. I'm not a financial advisor. I am not going to sell you a course. What else? I just want you to partner with me. Give me a call or, send me a message. The information is below. Send me an email. The information is below so that we can do some real estate. And I can, real estate has so many different ways to make money together. Like I said, you hardly ever bring the deal or bring the money or bring the experience or bring the resources to get a deal done. Most people cannot do that on their own. They need a team member. So the purpose of my channel is to network with people, because together we can get more deals done. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to call so we can hear the phone calls. And if you want to do it, if you want to make phone calls, this is how you do it. I'm going to show you right now. And if you don't want to make the phone calls, then you can listen to the conversations, get familiar with the deals. Then get familiar with the deals so that it gives you confidence to come in and we can partner up. Okay. So here we go. Here we go. Here is some activity. And this is really the coolest retirement income strategy that most people don't teach. And I have a pleasure, the pleasure, the honor is all mine to help you guys do the same thing that I am doing. retire. Hello? Yes, Candace, how are you? This is Ben. Ben, you had spoken to my assistant about your property there. You had contacted us on Oak Street. Wanted to see if you still wanted to go ahead and sell it.
No, not at this moment. I think I'll pass.
Oh, you changed your mind, or did the situation change?
The situation changed, man.
Oh, I see. Okay. No, I understand. Do you think that you'll be putting it up on the market?
No, not anytime soon, Ben.
Not anytime soon. Okay. Okay, no, I understand.
If you don't mind, Ben, which house on Oak Park are you inquiring about?
The 409 Oak Street.
And what state is that in, Ben?
Arkansas. Yes.
Yeah, I got you. Hey, Ben, let me give you a call back in a minute.
You got it. Sounds good. Thank you.
Check on.
Okay. Bye-bye. Sounds like she's got, and that's what it is. Then I go, this is my trusty CRM. Make the notes here, like a call center, Sounds like she has different properties in different. She is very nice and said she would be calling us back, but she was not interested in selling. Okay. Okay, so we go on to the next. Let's see if it has sold. I don't think so.
Hello, you reached Ryan Demmer. Please leave a message. Thank you.
No answer. We go on to the next.
Hello, you reached Ryan Demmer. Please leave a message. Thank you.
Now let's go to Houston. Let's see here.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Is Sandra available?
I'm sorry, who?
Sandra?
I believe you have the wrong number.
Wrong number. Is it the Gaston family?
No.
No. Okay. I apologize about
Check
that.
the number. Yeah, check your number. Thanks.
Yep. Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay. Indiana.
Please leave your message for 313-826.
Nothing. Yes. Hello, Linda. Yes, yes. This is Ben. I was calling you back about your property you have for sale right now.
Dude, you got the wrong number.
Oh, you don't. Okay. Choose that wrong number. Okay. On the market. Choose the wrong. Okay.
This is Travis.
Hey, Travis, how are you? This is Ben.
Ben, who are you? What's going on?
Yeah, I was just calling you back about your property there on 31st Street. wanted to see if you still wanted to go ahead and sell it. You had spoken to my assistant previously.
Yeah, no thanks. Don't call me back.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, hello, Yolanda.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, is this the Wilson family?
Yes.
Okay, I was calling about this property that we had spoken about before, 3850 Webster Street.
Okay. So I can put you in contact with our business manager if that's okay, and he can talk to you about it further.
Business manager. Are you guys like an investment company?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. So you guys buy properties?
So if you'll speak with him, he can give you all the details.
Sure. What's the number?
Okay. His name is Woody, and his number is
Okay.
312 549 2314.
2314. Okay, thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Have a good day. Bye-bye. That doesn't do really anything. Let's move on to the next one.
Hi, it's Derek Strickland with Ryan Homes at Windsong Townhomes in Gallatin, Tennessee. Please leave a message and I'll call you back as soon as possible.
Okay, this one here has no address. One of the things that is the most annoying about this is, and that's why I'm showing you the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? Is that you don't get, it's not all sunshines and rainbows. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. That's all I'm going to say. It's a lot of work and it's worth it. And most of the phone numbers are going to be wrong. You're going to get a lot of people to hang up on you. Everybody says, oh, get into real estate, until they have to do the actual work. Even agents don't do this work. They don't want to do this work. That's why they're agents. They want to get paid the most, you know? And when you're an investor, you want to buy for as little as possible. When you're an agent, you want to sell for as high as possible. So there's two different dynamics there. So so this is really what it takes. It takes hours and hours and hours of going through the phone numbers and sifting through. But it's better than a job. Okay. Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Hello?
Yeah, Enos?
Who's this?
This is Ben. How are you?
Ben? Where?
Yeah, you had spoken to my assistant about your property there on Allen Street. Yeah, wanted to see if you still wanted to move forward in selling it.
What is your offer?
Well, I don't have an offer built up, but I can build it for you. What were you thinking you wanted to sell it for?
Well, I have the number in my head. If you make the offer and it matches, then I might sell it. But if not, I'm not going to go back and forth with this.
No,
So
I
if you
understand.
would like to buy it, so yes, that's where I am. Have a good day.
Well, I can do. Okay. She's not that motivated. She is pretty much like will sell for the right price. Okay. This is now Wisconsin. Okay. Nothing again. Okay, let's see here.
Sorry, missed your call. Leave me a message. I'll get back to you. Thanks.
Let's move on to the next right here. So that's pretty much. And then we wait and we wait and we go an hour, 2 hours without speaking to anybody, but eventually you'll get somebody good. Check out my other videos where there are plenty of deals on those other videos. Hopefully we get one today. If we don't, I apologize. Let's see here. Okay. No answer. NA. Move on. Okay. Sold for 307. This one sold, so that means we are aiming at the right target. Okay, so let's see here. What was our offer before? I'm just curious. Needs to be a 118. Oh yeah, so she sold. That was some misjudgment there on our part. Okay. Okay, well, we came in way too low. Way too low. This is also has sold. Again, we are hitting the right, aiming at the right target, but we're not hitting at the right time. We're aiming at the right time. We need to be more aggressive and call more often. Illinois. Okay. Nothing again. Okay, come on, come on. Let's talk to somebody. Come on, come on. Pre-foreclosure. Okay. There's a pre-foreclosure. Where's this California? Okay. Oh, we got to be insistent and persistent on this one here. ARV 800. Okay.
Hi, I'm unable to take your call right now. So if you'd like to leave your name and number at the time of the beep, I'll call you back as soon as possible. Thank you and have a nice day.
Okay, this needs to, let's see here, assign to. Pre-foreclosure. Foreclosure now. I think we should be persistent. Okay. Let me see here if I can move to agent. So I'm trying to figure out a way to, because I couldn't get a hold of them, but they're good, so I need to call them back. So on my CRM, I want to find an area where I can put them so that I can call them. I know this is live training. This is happening live. I'm not editing anything. You guys are seeing what I'm doing. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cough and cold and stuff. I apologize. But let me see. People I need to make more attempts and be more persistent. Okay. So here we go. Let me see. Okay. Coming in. Okay, there's only 7 there. Okay. So now I'm going to tag team members so that we have a very large team, just in case you're wondering. Even though this is exactly what I do, but we do have a company and we partner with multiple companies. So you probably will not start like that. You'll probably just start doing what I'm doing on your own, but you'll pick up momentum and it will get better and better and better as you go. So not to fear. Okay. All right, let's go on to the next. And move on to the next one, which is now in Florida. Excuse me. Okay, let's see if the seller owns property in Florida. Let's see. Nothing. Move on to the next. Come on. Come on, puppy. Somebody else in Florida. Okay. Vacant piece of land.
Hello, this is Monica.
Hey, Monica, how are you? Is Gladys available?
Her daughter. How can I help you?
Daughter. Okay. Well, we had spoken to Gladys about a property in Lehigh Acres. Wanted to see if you guys still wanted to sell it.
For 25,000, that's her minimum.
25,000. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And do you know anything about the utilities at all?
I do not.
Okay. What I'm getting at is I wanted to see if there'd be any utilities to put on there, like if we needed to install a septic or a well, just like the situation, what we would have to do.
I haven't looked into it. She bought that land long time ago, and we just don't do anything with it. But if
Gotcha.
you want me to find out, I can call the county. It'll take me a few days to find out.
Well, you're very generous offering that. I appreciate it. It would be necessary because of the sale, but what I was gonna suggest was if you guys really did want to sell, you know, and we could come to an agreement. When would you like to do it? Is it something that you actually were looking to actually get done, or just kind of thinking about it?
If she can get that price, she would sell it right away.
Right away. Okay. Okay. And you said that'd be the minimum 25. There's no room to you know, to see what the best price you can do to kind of negotiate something.
No, we've gotten so many calls about it, and that's what she's always said, because it doesn't cost her much to keep the land there. If she has to wait for it to appreciate in more time, that's fine. She has no rush. But to sell it, it's 25 is what she told me.
Okay, understood. Okay. Can we, I mean, if we were to do 25, that would be fine. However, would she be open to allowing me to make payments?
I'll have to ask her that. So are
Yeah.
you a builder or
Well,
what?
we would build. I'm not a builder, but we would build.
Okay. And she has 2 pieces of land. Which one are you referring to?
I'm talking about the 580 Woodview.
Well, what kind of payment plan are you talking about?
Well, it's something that you know, I would kind of work with her what she'd be comfortable doing. To be honest, I'm open to, you know, anything is on the table for negotiations, you know, and so whatever she's comfortable. I just want to make sure that it's a win situation for, you know, for her and for us. If she feels comfortable, I'm not trying to just angle everything to our benefit. You know, I want to make sure that she's happy. She's happy with the deal.
Mm-hmm. I can ask her, and if you want to call me maybe in a couple of days.
Okay, sounds good.
And I should have an answer.
Yeah, also feel free to call me. This is my number I'm calling you from, and definitely we'll take it from there.
All right, thank you.
What was your name, just so I reference?
Monica Jacobs.
Monica, okay. Jason, you said?
Jacobs.
Jacobs, okay. Monica
Mm-hmm.
Jacobs, okay. Okay, I will save it here, and I'll call you back in a couple of days.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Monica. Bye-bye now.
Thank you.
And there it is. That's another phone call. And now I pitched seller finance, and she's considering it. Let me see here. I'm going to make my notes here. Her daughter, Monica, answered the phone, and we talked for a little while, and she definitely does not want to sell below 25K. Comma, she was saying there's a lot of people calling about that, period. Okay. Let me see over here. So I'm just making the notes here. This is what you got to do. You got to stay organized. I pitched seller financing and allowing me to make payments on it, comma. And she said that she's going to run it by her mom and to give her a call back in a couple of days, period. Okay. So move on to the next. Okay, let's see here. Another property in, in Lehigh Acres. So let's see what this is going to do. Okay. Trisha. Yes, Pat. Yes, how are you? This is Ben.
How you doing, my friend?
Oh, doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. I was just calling you back about this property. We want to get it done on Golf Lane.
Golf lane is already gone.
Oh, you sold it. Oh man, I should.
Yeah, I sold that one.
You sold it. What did you end up selling it for?
What was it? It was for 12.
12. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you have other properties as well?
I have one more, but I'm not. I'm not quite in the mood to sell it right now unless I'll get something crazy for it.
Something crazy for it. I got you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time, and if you ever come across other properties or whatnot, you got my phone number. You let us know.
All right. Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you. You have a good day.
All right. Thank you,
Thanks.
man.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
The problem there is that he picked up too early. I didn't have chance to see if it got sold. Okay, so here we go. This does not look so. Let's see.
Hello.
Hey, John, how are you? This is Ben.
Ben.
Yes, I was calling you back about your property there in 56th Street, Lehigh Acres.
Yeah.
Wanted to see if you still wanted to move forward in selling it.
I'm not sure I spoke to you before.
You had spoken to my assistant, and my assistant said I'd be calling you.
Oh. Yeah. Well, we're looking to get $25,000 for each lot.
Each lot, okay.
And, yep.
How many lots again is it total?
We have 5 of them.
Okay, so we're talking 125.
Right.
Okay. Are they close to one another, or are they scattered?
2 of them are adjacent, and 3 of them are scattered.
Gotcha. But they're all in Lehigh, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you open to negotiating at all?
I don't think so. I have a partner, so we own them together.
Oh, understood.
Yeah.
Were you guys planning on building investment properties or something on top?
We were thinking of that, but we just haven't got to that point. We've held them for quite a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep, I do. I understand that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The problem right now.
I don't know if you have all the addresses of the 5 of them, but I could probably get those to you. I can text you.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, because I'd like to take a look at them and do a little bit of due diligence and see what we can do, you know?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, we've been getting calls from so many people, but everybody's just lower than what we want to sell them for. You know, we bought them at $15,000 each, like almost 20 years ago. So
50 grand. Wow.
No, 15.
Oh, 15. Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So to get at it, you know, with the taxes and everything over the years, it's just 25,000 sort of a break even for us at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So, but I don't think the other people that have, you know, nobody's really offered that. So, but I'll send you the addresses.
Yeah. Please do that. Let me ask you this. I've done the way that I've done some of these deals is I have, and I think you have a background in law, right? Are you an attorney? I think you were. I think I remember that. Yeah. So the reason I asked you that is because you would understand this more from the legal perspective. With some of the properties that we've done is where I really find the value in Lehigh Acres is that there are people who want to do a little bit better of a situation rather than operating via cash. We could do a structure to where I can even bring a retail buyer, even if we couldn't do it, because 25 is going to be a little bit high to pay cash. So I'm thinking of different options. If we can't do cash, but we can still do the 25, the question would be, would you guys be open to that? Because these would be perfect to sell individually for people to, over time, build their house, and they're making payments to you. And the way that it will look as far as the structure is you guys within 1 year, you'd be cashed out.
Right. Well, I'll send you the addresses, but I would have to get my partner involved in it.
For sure.
I'll send you the addresses and then go from there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sounds good, John. Thank you so much. This is my direct number here, so you can text me here. And once I take a look at that, then we can set up a time to talk again.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Have a good day, okay?
You too.
Thanks. Bye-bye. That's how we do it, people. Huh. They have 5 properties in Lehigh Acres that they want to sell, they bought each one of them at $15K. So they at least want to get their money back out, plus what they've paid for in tax. So that's why they want to get $25K each, period. A total of $125,000 because they have 5 properties. Okay, so I'm going to take this. Let me go down here and call my partner real quick there in Lehigh, just to kind of set up a nice structure for this. Okay. I said we could set them up nicely to be sold to a retail tenant buyer, and they'd be completely out of the deal within 1 year, comma, and he sounded interested, but has to talk to the partner, period. Okay. He's an attorney, and he will partner. Okay. I'm going to move this to a warm lead instead of a cold one. So let's go over here. Okay. Let's talk to some people who are a little bit more the people I've been calling, they've been like what we call dead leads. So I'm calling people who aren't dead, but they're a little bit more motivated here. So let me see here. Okay. Stuart, I think I called him. Let me see here. Yeah, I did. I'll try later. Isaac, okay. Upgrading will move to another house. Okay, so they need to sell. Okay, let's see here. Hello, Isaac. Yeah, how are you? This is Ben.
Ben?
Yes. You were chatting with my assistant Tessa about your property there on South Yadkin River. He hung up. Okay, he probably gets a lot of phone calls. Little Isaac. Call dropped. When is a better time to chat? Okay, so let's go on to the next. Actually, let me go this way. Herbert, okay, let's see. Trying to return your phone call. Farm on Parker, okay. Let's see. Oh, beautiful. This is North Carolina. Okay, perfect. Let's see. Okay. So, okay. Let me see over here. This is the guy that hung up on me. So, okay, let me make that note. I forgot he hung up on me. Okay. So let's go on to the next one here. Okay, let's see. Oh, sold it. Okay. Sold. Okay, let's go on to the next. This, we're gonna move over to lost. Okay. All right, let's next. So that's what you're doing. You're analyzing deals over and over and over, multiple deals all the time. And then you look at 100 deals and you may have one. 200, you have one for sure. Okay, this property here is not bad for sale. There's an agent involved. No, all info is available online. If you want to make a cash offer, do so. Okay. Okay. On the market. Okay. Let's go on to the next one here. Off market, I think it's vacant land only. So let's see here. Inbound. Try to call you. Okay. You call here. Hello, Tracy.
Yes,
Yes, how are you? This is Ben.
Ben.
Yes, you were chatting with my assistant via text. Her name is Tessa, and about your property there on Zion Liberty.
Oh, I don't remember. It's been a while, but okay.
Okay, well, wanted to see if you still wanted to move forward and see if you wanted to sell it.
Are you a realtor or are you somebody who's private?
I am private, no realtor here.
Okay. Yeah, we're ready to go.
You ready to go? Okay, I have a couple questions from what I can see here on Zillow and so forth. It's I don't see that there's a house. Is there a house in the property?
Yes, the barn dominium.
Okay.
The big building that you see when you come in the driveway going in first.
Yep.
That's the homes inside that shop.
Oh, I see. Okay.
The whole building has got a barn on the end for the horses and cows, and then there's the garage in the middle, and then the house is on the end.
Okay, I got you. Okay. Okay. Are you and you live in that house then?
Yes, sir.
Okay, got you. Okay, let me ask you, how much were you thinking that you'd want to sell it for?
Well, the lowest we'll go is we had it for $895. We'll go $825.
$825. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
$825. And I assume you don't have a mortgage, or you do?
We do not.
You do not. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay. So what are you doing? You're moving out of state? Because that's a nice property.
We're downsizing. All my sons are gone. They've got their families, and none of them are interested.
Oh.
So we're downsizing. I'm going to build a house somewhere in the area because all my grandkids are there. But we have a home in Florida too, so we go away for half the year.
Oh wow, where in Florida? Leesburg. Where's that? Central Florida?
Yeah, Central. It's right across from Daytona Beach, but in the middle of the state.
Gotcha. Yep. So that'd be closer to DeLand and middle of Ocala and DeLand, I think, somewhere around there.
Yes, we're an hour north of Orlando.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually from Jacksonville, so know the area.
Oh, gotcha.
So yeah, okay. Well, that's nice. It's a nice area to vacation for half a year. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
So you have a house, and you actually own a house in Florida.
Yes, we do.
That's awesome. That is fantastic. Okay. 825. I think I might be able to do it. Are you firm on the 825, or do you have any room, or is that the best you can do?
we get down to, money talk, everything's negotiable, but we dropped it from $895. The realtor had it on for $895. And we decided to do it for $825, doing it on our own with no costs involved.
That's right. That's right. And
I mean,
that's,
you can make me an offer. I've had 2 or 3 in about the last month.
let me ask you a question. What happened when the property was on the market? Did you get a lot of low balls? How did that look?
Sorry about that. My wife started my vehicle and it connected me with the truck. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're okay. You're okay. No problem. No, I was asking you, so did you have a lot of activity when the property was on the market?
I sure did.
Okay.
A lot of people didn't have enough. A lot of people didn't have enough money for the down payment because it's a lot of land.
Yeah. How many acres?
52.
52 acres. And your kids weren't interested. Wow, that's man.
Oh yeah, they were interested. They wanted to give it to them.
They're like, hey Dad, just pass it on to me. I get it.
It's not like they don't make enough money to buy it.
Yeah, no, I get it, definitely. Okay, well, I am interested. Let me do one thing. I'm gonna go and do a little bit of due diligence.
You want to know anything about it? Or?
Yeah, I do. Of course I do. I wanted to look at other places and stuff, but absolutely, let me know what do you think the here is why I was saying that I wanted to look at it. And I know that some of the things that I see online, they're not accurate, but from the research before I called you, I was seeing an average price in all the websites of 5 to 600,000. Like for example, Zillow's pulled up right now, has it at 564. Yeah. So
well, you better get it. The land alone worth over 500,000. It had nothing on it.
Okay.
I put 2 sides of the property are water. The Hunting Creek is the one property line on the south side. And then there's another stream on the back of the property that's pretty much the property line. It skips back and forth across that one. And then there's also a natural spring on the property. It's got 2 wells. I mean, there's 2 more buildings out back. One's a 140-foot barn with all the chickens, all your animal, place for all the animals is built into that barn on the back side. There's a complete shop. I resto cars, restore them for a hobby.
Oh, gotcha.
And the other building, it's got 3-phase power. There's another shop up there. There's radiant heat in the shop floor and the house floor from a wood stove. There's a whole lot going on there. The house is 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths.
Okay, 4, 2.5. Okay. What about maintenance to the house? What, like as far as roof and air conditioning, that type of stuff, like all the major stuff?
The units are about 8 or 10 years old. There's 2 of them, one for upstairs, one for downstairs.
Okay.
The roofs are metal. Actually, I was going to have the roof painted. The roofs are in fine condition. It's just a paint base on them. I just put a new roof on the one shop on the back. My restoring shop with the paint booth and everything in it is. I just put a brand new metal roof on it here not a month ago.
Gotcha. Wow. Okay.
Once the storms got it, tore some of the metal off, so I just went ahead and replaced the whole thing. What else to tell you? AC. What else? The roofs are all good shape. None of them leak. Like I say, it needs to be painted.
How old is your electrical panel? Do you know?
New. All the panels are new.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. That's good, because nowadays, with all the electronics and stuff, you have to upgrade them.
Yeah. No, we've got, like I say, you've got 400 amps going into the house. 2 panels.
Okay.
Because of the shop and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the barn has its own 200 amp service.
Okay.
where the animals are and where you store vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
And then the shop that I have doing car work, it's got its own 200 amp panel. Plus, it has a 500 amp 3-phase panel.
Mm-hmm.
It's got 3-phase power, which is very economical when you have, you're doing a lot of work. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it sounds like a beautiful place. I'm looking at the aerial view, and there's like a sort of field that I assume you were working there somewhere in the back, like where you plant crop or something.
There's like 2 levels. There's a lower level. We've got 25 acres of bottom land. That's where the creeks and all are.
Mm-hmm.
Has it got stripes cut on it?
Yes.
The fields have stripes that you can see.
Yes, I see that.
Yeah, that's all the lower land. And I do that for the winter time when I'm deer hunting.
Oh.
So the deer will, bed down in the bottom. So when I hunt,
Oh,
I
gotcha.
usually let it grow up and then cut it all down in the spring.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, that's
But
nice.
there's about 30 acres of fenced in for the horses and cows.
Mm-hmm. And you got rid of all your animals, or you still have them?
No, there's horses there. We got animals.
Oh, okay. So if we were to close on this, how soon would it take, for you guys to would you need to move and that sort of stuff?
Well, probably leave.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you would sell all the animals, I assume?
Well, my son can take them to where they are. They've got property.
Oh, gotcha. Understood. Okay.
They're doing their thing. And actually, the horses are theirs anyway.
They're just leaving you with the responsibility. I understand.
Well,
Okay.
no, they take care of it. Just the grass. There's plenty of grass there for their animals.
Understood.
All the fields are fescue. So they can keep them there for free. They don't have to buy hay because there's so much land there for them to roam on.
How long have you owned this? It sounds like for a long time.
Yeah, close to 30 years.
Close to 30. Wow. Yeah. So your kids
I
were.
think we bought it in 80.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
No, I was gonna say it sounds like you grew your family in this property, and you raised your kids and they had a lot of fun. It sounds like to me.
That's what we did. We got them out. We used to be up in Upper Marlboro, Maryland.
Oh.
Up in the DC area, and we went there to raise them.
Yeah, beautiful place to do that.
And it was good.
I have young kids, and that's my thought. You know what I mean? Like I'm expecting a new one right now. I have 2, a 3, a 5, and a 12-year-old one, and so that's my thought. It's just like they can have the land and do stuff.
Yep, it's awesome for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Well, I am interested. Let me kind of go through things here, and based on what you told me, and let me look at some things, and then I'll come back to you and just give you a more formal offer and see if and see what we can do. I'd love to move forward with it.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. Well, my name is Ben, and if you wouldn't mind, save my phone number. So if I call you, I'm calling you to talk business.
I certainly will, but I always answer my phone, no matter who it is.
Oh, perfect. Well, I appreciate it, Tracy.
All right,
And
man.
say hello to your wife, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. That's a beautiful property. The problem here is it's 800K to 900K, 52 acres. It's just income producing, does it then cash flow first? How is this going to cash flow? The only way the deal works is if we get seller financing. not very promising because that's not the median home price. Not very promising because it's luxury price, but I told him I would take a look and call him back. God, he raised me and his wife raised their family. Their family there owned it for 30 years. Kids don't want to buy it, so you just sell it. What's listed with realtor and have good activity. Okay, let's that's a tough one because I think I could work something out, but it's the exit that's the problem. The exit is the problem. Okay, so I have to think about it. Tracy from, okay, they have property in they have property in Florida. Leesburg, I think he said. Leesburg. Okay. Let's go on to the next. Tracy. This is Timothy. Okay, let's take a look at this now. Oh, $2 million property. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to go with a different one. These are, I think our systems are targeting premium properties, and those are difficult to move into cash flow. Okay, so here we go. Here's more like it. Okay, this I can work out. Okay, let's see. And that is some of the challenges that's why I put it all on here on video, because I want you to kind of see the thought process. You know, like I said, I've done a lot of transactions, and you look for certain things when you get into luxury homes and prices, you know, that are premium and stuff, that it gets very difficult to cash flow those properties. Those are properties for people with money that, you know, they don't really care about certain things. They buy them for convenience and stuff. You know, it's above the median home price always makes it difficult because there's less demand. The median home price is like the bell curve, you know. So things within a certain range of that bell curve are better, and that's what we call the median. And so I always look for the median property. So let's see here. I apologize for me being sick. This is embarrassing, but even when we're sick, we gotta do this. Okay, let's see here.
Hello?
Yes, hello. I was looking to speak to Barrett. This is Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Oh, good. Hi, Barrett. I was calling you back. You were texting back and forth with my assistant about your property there on Watson Street. Wanted to see if we could chat about it. Maybe see if if you still wanted to sell it and move forward.
Okay. Yeah, I'm open to talk about it. I don't have a lot of time because I'm in a call, but I can talk for a few minutes right now.
Okay, sure. I'll make it very quickly. Just have a couple questions, and if if we can go, I know that you said to my assistant that you'd like 375 in your firm. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So 375, just to confirm, is the best you can do. You won't go below that.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I'm still interested, so that does not deter me. It's just that we have to do a couple things on my end and stuff. Do you live in the house?
No, it's currently rented through the end of April, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. So by April, the tenants are going to move out?
Yeah.
Okay. May I ask, just simply because the only reason would buy it is to also rent it out. Okay. So just for that sake, what could you share with me what they're paying ballpark for rent per month?
Paying $17.75, not including any of the utilities.
Okay, not utilities. Okay. And do you feel like that is adequate rent, or do you feel like you should have raised it or something, or do you think you're below?
Good question. Yeah, I think you could probably raise it a little bit.
Okay.
I would think that with a little bit of work to the house, you could probably easily get into the 1900s.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, well, the house is structurally in great shape. It's been standing for 100 years, so it's not going anywhere. But the kitchen is, not super new. The appliances are in good shape. They're stainless steel appliances, but some like new cabinets and countertops and stuff like that, I think you would probably increase the general attractiveness of the property, and probably would allow for some further rent increases. Also, the property is fairly large, as you might know, and it could take a second unit in the back of the property.
Okay.
Which could, increase the square footage of the property as a whole, and thus could turn into more rental income. So,
gotcha.
That's obviously a very different subject than just renting out the main house. But yeah, I mean, it's a great market. You got students there, you've got professors. It's a nice town that everyone wants to be in. It's on the right side of the town. I don't know how much experience you have with Davidson, but yeah, I think there's a lot going for it. I mean, and also you can walk to one of the nicest restaurants in North Carolina,
Okay.
which is pretty cool.
That is fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. That makes a huge difference for sure. Do you have any mortgage payments at the moment, or you own it free and clear?
Yeah, I have a mortgage against it.
Okay, mortgage. Do you by chance have any idea what the payoff might be?
I don't know what it is right now.
Okay. Well, certainly interested. I can once you get off your call or whatnot, maybe I can do a little bit of research based on what you told me, just to kind of do a little due diligence, and maybe give you a ring back somewhere towards the middle of the week, if that's okay.
That's fine. Yeah, I'd be interested in kind of understanding more about your guys' business model, what you guys are looking for, etc.
Okay, yeah, that's no problem. Absolutely. We do a little bit of volume properties, rent them out and so forth. So That's what we look for. I used to flip a lot of properties, but that was years ago, and I haven't done that in a long time. So we don't do that anymore. It's primarily buying a property that we want to rent out, pretty much. Yeah. But yeah, I'll give you a shout toward the middle of the week, and we can take it from there.
All right, sounds good.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Bert.
All right.
Okay. Bye-bye. So he town, and he thinks the rent can be up to $1,900 a month. Has a mortgage, but does know what the payoff is. Will ask whether he was in a rush. Yeah, I just didn't have too much time to talk to him because he was on another phone call. So anyway, so we got to talk to maybe two potential today. They're so, right? So, but that's all I got for you guys today. You know, I don't care if I'm sick, I'm still going to be here. I just hope you don't mind my, you know, calling, powering through this cough. So I'll see you guys here on the next video, which is on a playlist here. Give me a like, subscribe, and don't forget, most importantly, contact me. Let's do some of these deals together. You heard a couple deals being done today. If not, you know, you can rewind it easily and go and hear those phone calls. So if you're an agent, if you're an investor, if you want to retire, you know, with real estate, if you are, you know, anywhere interested in real estate and actually doing creative things to add to your retirement income, you just, you know, hit me up below. You know, there's a way to contact me below, and we'll see you guys in the next video, which is on a playlist right now. Bye.